Miss Lori Obeso.
Good morning, everyone. Ms. Obeso, I am the proud new principal here at Anza Magnet School. We're so excited. I want to welcome all of you here today, including our board members, Anza staff, and students, district staff, and even our past Anza principals. We are so excited that this day has finally arrived. Today marks the culmination of years of planning and hard work and a vision to provide Anza Magnet Explorers with our own state-of-the-art multi-purpose room and gym. Thank you to our community for all of your support with this project. We know that this is a beginning of more wonderful opportunities for our students, our families, and the community. I would like to invite Angela Servin and Adam Estrada up front. These are two of our lifetime explorers. They have been with us since kindergarten.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
I would like to now introduce our district superintendent, Mr. John Ledoux.
Thank you, Ms. Obeso. It's a wonderful day here at Anza School, and we have a lot of wonderful people to introduce to you today that made this day possible. And so we're going to introduce a lot of people right now because every single one of them was important in the making of what we have behind us today and where you're sitting today. We're going to start with our school board. Without the school board, this project would not happen. The school board sets the goals for the district, they provide the finances, and they make sure things happen. So we want to give the credit to our school board that's here today. We're going to start by introducing our board president, Mr. Eddie Hernandez. Our board clerk, Ms. Catalina Pendland. Trustee Andrea Arevalo. Trustee and past president, Mr. Michael Minix. And Frances Terrasas could not be with us today. Frances is an educator and she is with her students today. So we're sending our best regards from Ms. Terrasas, who is watching us online right now. We are streaming this live over the El Centro Elementary School District YouTube channel. And I believe we have many viewers already tuning in to see what's happening here at this exciting moment. We have more special guests with us today. We have from our district office, our Associate Superintendent, Mr. Ruben Castro. Our Assistant Superintendent, Christy Curry. And we have two very special people with us today. These two people have been with our school district for many, many decades, and they served 9 years each on our school board. They were a big part of this building happening, and so we want to welcome Mr. Chuck Fisher and Mrs. Patty Dunham. Welcome. Additionally, you met Ms. Obeso, our principal. We'd like to acknowledge our brand new assistant principal here at Anza Magnet, and that's Mr. Mike Caesar. Joining us today also is our partner in education, the Imperial County Office of Education. And the Imperial County Office of Education has been an outstanding partner with our school district and with Anza School in that they have a school right next door to us, the Imperial Valley Center for Exceptional Children. And we've been sharing that building for the last, well, since it was built. And that has been our cafeteria at Anza. We thank the county office for their support and their participation in everything that we do in our district. So I'd like to welcome Imperial County School Superintendent, Dr. Todd Fennell. Also joining us is Deputy Superintendent Amanda Brook. And the Deputy Superintendent, who's no stranger to our district, Mr. Renato Montano. Welcome back, Mr. Montano. Appreciate you being here today. We'd also like to give thanks to our District Bond Oversight Committee. This committee makes sure that the funds that are designated for our facilities are spent properly and prudently and efficiently, And representing today our District Bond Oversight Committee is Mr. Steve Heil. Thank you, Mr. Heil, for being here. The architect for this project was Mr. Jimmy Sanders. And our construction management firm was Erickson Hall Construction. I think we have the whole crew over here on the side. And between Mr. Sanders and Erickson Hall, this magnificent building was completed. So thank you to them for their hard work. We have some very, very special guests with us that I'd like to introduce now. When a school begins, and this school began in 1965, the leadership of the school is so important to set the direction of the school, to make sure our kids get the absolute best education they can. And we delegate that responsibility to all of our educators in the school and their leaders, the principals. We are so happy today to bring back some of the principals from De Anza Magnet School. At the time they were here, it was just De Anza School. But we're going to welcome our principals going way back. This person started being principal at De Anza School in 1974. That's 47 years ago. Let's welcome Mr. Butch Taylor. Mr. Taylor was principal at De Anza School, it looks like for 6 years. And we appreciate him. And he brought his lovely wife, Margie, who taught at De Anza School forever. And one of our treasured educators at De Anza School. Also joining us is past principal, started in 1987, and that is Mrs. Alicia Armenta. Principal from 1996 to 2008, is that correct? 12 years? Mrs. Sharon Anderholt. More recently, from 2013 to 2017, our principal was Mr. Richard Sanchez. I'd like to note that Mr. Sanchez was also on the design committee for this building and is responsible for much of the way the building was designed. So we thank him for his work on that as well. Also joining us today from 2018 to 2021, Miss MJ Ambrose. We'd like to welcome all of you here. It's such a special day to have you here to come back to your school. And you probably never imagined something like this would happen. I think there was a lot of imagining that this would happen someday, but it did take a while. So according to my school board minute notes, in 1963, the school board authorized the building of De Anza School, but only as about a half a school, with the idea that we would build the rest of the school later. The school was built and completed, as we see now, with the 8 classrooms or 10 classrooms in an office building, was completed in 1965. About 1973, the school board looked at the school and said, we should probably complete it, but the estimate to build the rest of the school was $500,000, which was too much at the time to continue building the school out. At that point, El Centro was growing in a different direction. The population center was moving north. And so the school district concentrated on building other schools like King Elementary and Sunflower. But we're so glad that in 2016, the city of El Centro, our community, voted to fund this facility and other facilities in our school district through the passage of Measure L. And Measure L paid for this facility. And leading up the Measure L committee, the election, we had 2 chairmen of the board, chairman of the committee. And unfortunately, Mr. George McFadden passed away in December. Mr. McFadden was a longtime school board member, one of our longest serving school board members. And he was really passionate about De Anza School. And he worked with Mr. Chuck Fisher to make the Measure L happen. Our community voted in this proposition by 75% affirmative votes, an outstanding election for our district. And because of that, a new classroom building at Harding was built. This beautiful facility is built, and we're working on a new school as we speak. This is such a wonderful, encouraging time in our district. For those who have worked at De Anza School, I worked as a teacher here for 7 years, starting 34 years ago. And I still love De Anza School. It's still a beautiful school. We always imagined something like this would happen, but we weren't sure it ever will. And when you come into our building today, and every one of you, the students that get to, all the students in the school are going to come visit today. We do have a commemorative gift for you as you walk out the back door. And we want to note that right now, even though we just have a few grade levels joining us in the back, every class in the school right now, due to our technology department, is watching this live in their classroom on their big screens in their classrooms. So every single classroom in the school is joining us right now. Let's give a big hand to the students of Anza School. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, school isn't a great school without great teachers. Anza School has been twice a Title I Achieving School, a California Distinguished School, and most recently has received national honors as a school to watch. Let's give a big round of applause to the teachers and staff of Anza School. So as you walk through the building today, you'll notice that this is a building that has a gymnasium, which also serves as a cafeteria. It has a production stage for our school productions. It has a full cook-in kitchen and it has a massive library media center for all of you students in the back. I know you've been waiting for this a long time. It'll be nice to have PE inside. And I think it's an exciting time for everyone. And so we are just thrilled to be here. We're thrilled all of you came to join us on this very important day. And I'd like to introduce now the president of our school board, Mr. Eddie Hernandez.
Good morning and welcome. I want to thank, first of all, some of our past and current board members, Chuck Fisher, Patty Dunham, George McFadden, Francis Terrazas, and Michael Minix, who initiated this project. So thank you very much for doing that. I also want to thank some of our current board members, Andrew Arevalo and Katerina Penland, for supporting and continuing the support for this to be happened today. But most of all, I want to thank our superintendent, Mr. John Ledoux, and his team for his vision and leadership, because without him, this would not be possible today. I would like to thank the teachers, the staff, the students, the parents, and the administration here at Anza for your patience. I know it was a long time waiting for a building like this for you, but now it's here. So thank you for your patience and congratulations on this new building. Thank you so much.
All right, we did promise to keep this program brief so our kids could get back to school, get out of the heat. And so right now we are going to conclude our program by having some pictures taken in front of the ribbon. We're about to do our ribbon cutting, but first we'd like all the principals that were at Anza School, past and present, to come up to the ribbon so we can get a picture of you on this big occasion today, if we could do that. It's a historic photograph for Anza School and for the district. So Mr. Taylor, Ms. Anderholt, Ms. Armenta, Mr. Sanchez, Ms. Ambriz, Ms. Obeso. Did I miss anyone? No. Alberto? Let's give another hand to our past principals here. What a wonderful group.